I want to share something with you that transformed my playing, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I practiced for years and years without thinking about this, and it's such a simple thing that literally everyone at every level of skill can implement. And all it is accenting the strong beats when you practice. It's easy to fall into a way of playing your rhythms that doesn't lend itself towards musicality and towards sounding really good when you're playing. And then when you're improvising, then your rhythm might be a little bit wonky. So just simply accenting on the strong beats like beat 1 and beat 3, or if you're playing like more in depth, more busy rhythms like 16th notes, accenting on every beat with a strong down pick, it just orients your time feel right. And I noticed a huge improvement from just this one thing. So I just want to show you on my guitar what I'm talking about. So let's say I'm just practicing a scale pattern. I'm just doing like a major scale. On the guitar, we're switching strings all the time. And for pentatonic patterns, we often have 2 notes per string. For major scale patterns, there's combinations of 3 notes and 2 notes on each string. So if you're not paying attention to your rhythm, you might make the mistake that I did, which is accenting, kind of accidentally playing a little louder, accenting the note whenever you switch a string. Well, that puts my accents in all these wonky places. If I was intending to do that, that's great. But if I'm doing it without intending to and not paying attention to my time feel and the way that the rhythm is oriented, that's gonna cause some problems for me. I'm not gonna have as strong as a feel as if I really accent the strong beats, like I said. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there, I'm just accenting beats 1 and 3. And to me, already, when I do it like that, it just feels like I'm playing my rhythm much more in time with a much better time feel. I can do it on any pattern, whether it's arpeggio scales or whatever. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing. If I'm just orienting that and really exaggerating it. So I'm super exaggerating by picking really hard on those strong beats. I do that because it really improves my time feel when I go to improvise. And when I go to improvise or to play something, I'm not going to do that if I'm actually performing. I'm not going to hit so hard on those notes because it'll sound weird. But when I'm practicing, it's a way for me to mentally note where the strong beats are and to feel them in my body. A lot of times I'll be kind of nodding my head with those strong beats or tapping my foot so that I can really feel those strong beats. But because rhythm is so important and we can get lost in learning a bunch of patterns without thinking about rhythm, this is a great way that you can improve your rhythm in whatever you're practicing right away. If you're interested in taking private lessons with me, I'm currently accepting new students via Zoom. If you send me an email at trent@practicemakesbettermusic.com, we can set up a time to do a free session where we just meet and I can hear you play and offer some suggestions, and we can figure out if it's a good fit for us to do private lessons going forward. The other thing I want to touch on is just practicing everything in loops. So instead of doing this, I've just played the scale up and down. That's not how I would play a song. It was, I don't know how many beats it was. It wasn't in a loop, in a musical loop. Music is played in these closed cycles of 4 beats per measure, or 3 or 5 or 6 or whatever. But if you make a loop, a closed loop out of every single exercise you're practicing, you are orienting yourself towards a much more musical way of practicing. So if I take that same scale and I make a loop that's in 4/4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if I'm doing a different type of pattern on a scale that's a little longer, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've landed on the 1. I'm accenting the strong beats the whole way through, and I'm playing within a time signature. It improves your ability to play actual songs, and it makes your practice more musical because you're playing in a way, even though you're doing an exercise, you're playing in a way that is very similar to playing a song. Obviously, I'm just playing a scale pattern, but songs happen, like I said, in these closed loops of 4 beats per measure or whatever it is. So if you're practicing in a closed loop like that, sometimes you have to adjust your pattern to do it right, but you're practicing closer to what you want to achieve, which is you're practicing because you want to play music, you want to play songs, you want to play solos. Well, those always happen in a time signature, almost always. Take a pattern like a pentatonic pattern. That's much more musical than this. Okay, I just played my scale, but if I do a pattern with a rhythm, that is much more musical. I'm thinking in a time signature, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really it. Just orienting your time field properly so that you're practicing in a way that makes you sound more musical, applies more quickly and readily to actually performing music. And so this was a big thing for me when I figured it out. I really wish that someone had taught me this when I was young, because I would have been much better. My rhythm would have been much better, my time feel. And time feel is just the thing that separates the good from the great. If your time feel is fantastic, you just sound so much better, and it's just more enjoyable to listen to, and it's more enjoyable to play when your timing is really on point. So take this into your practice. Try accenting the strong beats. Try practicing every pattern that you do in a closed loop that is in some kind of time signature. You can pick different ones. It's good to vary them. Play in 6/8, play in 4/4, play in 3/4. Varying those, but always having a closed loop as you're learning and practicing patterns. That's all going to orient you properly and make your rhythm much better and make you a better sounding player.